Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. You're having a good day, my friend. This I had opened the other things. I have my notes for how much stuff I need. Where did I? Hold on. Oh my god. Oh god. Yes. It's Monkey, right? I now know who that character is now. I got an ending for Silk Song. I don't know if you were there for that. Look at myself. I can hear the game. That's Agnes Akion. Gonna help me out. Smart. We're gonna use her brain power to win. Helping me with my science. What am I looking for? Oh, right. Let's stop real quick. Obsidian. Yo, and I got my notes. Okay, what's new? Game. This thing. Okay, so what have I determined? What did we determine last time? How fucked am I? We're all right, oil. Right. Right. It's a scavenger. From hit game Rain World. I need my calculator. Okay. No. Like a cute cat. No, I guess, yeah. I do look pretty goofy with my hat. I had to get another science hat because my previous model had a science hat. Science is the most important thing. Keeps me focused. It keeps me focused. With the big eyes, thank you. They got pretty big eyes. Well, I guess they don't actually. How do I say? Proportional to their head. I guess it should be smaller, but I like the big eyes. And they do got like that cat sharpness to them, especially when I'm facing forward. At a minimum. How much do I need? What's on my mind, bro? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. A while ago, I wasn't feeling super great, but I'm feeling better again, so I'm not worried about that. As worried, rather, about that. I'm having a trouble picking out what to play. Because, like, I both want to play these games, but at the same time, like, I'd rather start something new as well. Like, Silk Song was really nice. I gotta go back and play more Silk Song at some point. Because I want to try to get more endings and stuff. I could use some recommendations. Are you on my Discord? On my Discord? there should be a link to me. I got a game suggestion chat there. You can suggest games. I gotta update this too. Oh, I like puzzle games a lot. I'm a big fan of strategy games. I don't really do shooters on stream. I do play shooters on stream. I like platformers a decent amount. Yeah, I play a lot of Risk Rain. I guess I could play more Risk Rain too. I know the new DLC's coming out soon. I want to say like November or something. I could always do more Risk of Rain too. I gotta redo my heretic mission as well. I'll try to get my buddy for that. I don't know. Math. We're doing math. I need my calculator. So I need at least 290. So I need at least 20. Mega Bonk. Mega. Oh, it's like the skateboarding one, right? Like you just blow things up. I don't know how much I would enjoy that kind of game. There's been a couple of those throughout the years. And I've never seen too interested in them. I know they're very popular. Like a whole genre. It's gotta play more Rain. What else is on my mind? Oh, is there a demo? I might check that out though. But what else? I've been working on my animatic again finally. A little bit. Progress has been made. I don't like the progress. I'm probably gonna redo it, but it's happening. It's happening, you know? Working on my video essay too. Maybe one day I'll actually produce something I can put on YouTube. Who knows? I've been thinking about adding another stream day, maybe like a Saturday or a Sunday night, and then just doing like extra stuff that I want to play. Not like hopefully wins the race. I just gotta not be slow enough where I don't finish the race, you know? I'm doing so much math over here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The oil refinery, I need at least how much? Okay, so we're looking at right now 200 of these. Assuming I break down 100% of my heavy oil into light oil. What does that put me at? 58 per. Need 51 back. I have no interest in Clash Royale. Doesn't seem. I'm not playing chess on stream. Not only am I not good at chess, I'm not gonna take the time to play it and lose a bunch. You know? It seems like a lot of effort to find a partner. And right now the odds are 0%, so I don't think 34% more than 0% is going to do good. Sure. I like doing the puzzles. Just that comic. Doing those. But they only let you do 3 a day. You got the premium. I only want to pay for the premium. You don't, oh, you hate the puzzles? Oh, damn. How much light oil do I need in minimum form? What all needs light oil? Why do I need light oil? That just goes straight into lubricant. What is light oil used in again? I need it for the rocket fuel. Didn't I need it for something else? Was it just the rocket fuel? I guess I could also turn it into solid fuel for rocket fuel. You want to crush your opponent's dreams? You know, I respect that. I respect that. You got a passion. That's what that's what you're there for. You got that passion to destroy. Need it for rocket fuel. I don't have rocket fuel. New one. For light oil, we're looking at 3.14%. How much can I produce light oil was from this? So the refinery produces 26.5 per second per assembly. Oil refinery. I'm going to need how much total for rocket? Hey, got him. I mean, it's a different kind of strategy, right? Like, so I do like strategy games a lot. I play a lot of them. I play a lot of Age of Empires. But I'm just big into puzzle solving. Factorio is like more of a puzzle solving game than it is like a strategy game. Okay, so I'm going to need. How many of these did it determine I needed? I don't remember. Rocket assembly needs. I have a total of what, 48 rocket assemblies? 48 rocket assemblies. Means I'm going to need a total of 0.338 everything per second. 15.84. In total. What are the components of those blue circuits? Low density structure. So if I need 15.84 per second. I mean, I can have puzzles that confuse you so much. You know, I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. But sometimes puzzles are just out of this fucking world. You ever played Chance of Sinar? You haven't played puzzle games, probably not, but that one's a really good. And I made it way harder than it had to be, but it was so worth it. It did. Just proved how smart I was. Big brain. You don't like puzzle games? Yeah. And yet you play chess. That's a good one. It's like you have to try to decipher languages. Very fun. But it does take a good amount of brain. I got another streamer to play, and I was so mad at them because like they skipped a puzzle by accident. It was so funny. It was so funny. I was so mad. I say puzzle game. It's a strategy game. It's more just a strategy game. There's puzzles to it. You know, being big brain is hard, but it's how you solve them. I mean, if you're gonna play like, you know, 7 pieces or less, sure, play a game. A lot of like openings and stuff, I guess you gotta remember if you want to be good at them, but generally speaking, I know a lot of the best players in the world have really good memory skills with them. I doubt that's the only reason they're good at the game. So I make good rocket fuel is really damn. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to know that. I'm not smart enough to pull that off. We need 15.84. Rocket assembly. Why is that so much higher? Why is that 4.8? Did I do the math wrong? Not all 0.33. Oh no, it's 1.35. I was looking at when that was built, wasn't it? Yeah. 1.35. Oh, of course. Of course, of course. I'm gonna be so foolish. So it's 1.35 times what? 48. 54.8. Ah, of course. $64.8. Oh. Yeah, it's like you got to be like just winning every single tournament if you even want to come close. I feel, yeah, you can't make that much money off chess. Rocket fuel 64.8. I'm going to need 72 assembly. What shows I watch? I don't watch shows too much. I have been watching though Umusume Cinderella Grey. Pretty good. But beyond that, like that's the first show I've watched in a couple of years. I don't watch shows very much. Or movies really. I just don't have any interest in them. They usually lock behind some kind of paywall. I don't want to pay. I'm only watching Cinderella Grey because it's free on YouTube. I'm just watching. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. Alright. I'm busy streaming all the time. I'm either streaming or I'm working. It's like the two things I do. You something to talk about? Well, have you watched Cinderella Grey? The story of a Gori cop racing horse. Pretty good. It's an anime. Maybe what? 3.41 times 72. 205 per second of light. I need to steel ball run. A steel ball run. Well, they got actual horses in there. Not real horses. From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I started watching that at one point. I think I saw like the first 2 episodes and it just wasn't for me. Maybe I know like it's weird because like all the clips I'd seen, right, were nothing like what it started with, and it's like I probably need to like either watch later seasons or just like go through it. It would make way more sense to me. But it's like it wasn't there. That's what I assumed is every part would be different based off what I saw from the first one. It's more like an anthology series overall. Started with part 5. Two, 4, 5. For market. Sounds like you started with the right season then. Well, okay, let's just see what shows I have seen. seen the first season of Seven Deadly Sins. I've seen most of Futurama. That's a great show. I've seen Death Note. I've seen Cowboy Bebop. Which one? I just named out a bunch of shows. uh, Cowboy Bebop. Like an American anime. Really good. It's like a one season show. Seven Deadly Sins. I mentioned. Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah. Yeah, I've only seen the first season. It was pretty good. Think I started watching the second season, but I got busy. I'm able to continue watching it. No. I'm gonna need this for something else. I need a lot of petroleum gas. You gotta try and make part 5. Maybe we'll see. What is it on? It's on Netflix, right? I think I have a Netflix. I can watch Netflix. I'll have to see if I can watch Netflix. I know my family's got one, but they live, in different places, and Netflix dropped that thing. We're like, oh, this isn't your home device. What's going on? You trying to share an account? What the fuck? Then they try to murder you in your sleep. You know the one. You know. Part 1 and part 2 into one season? Okay. So if I want to watch part 2, it would be in season 1, technically. What that I need light on? Didn't I? It's... solid fuel... Is this the same time? 142. 142. This. Yes, okay. Solid fuel is always produced at 3.42 seconds. Per assembly. I need for my rocket fuel I need 245.52 per second. Sorry, give me 1 second. Part 5 is in season 4. Yeah, maybe. Ever sit down and watch stuff. Give it a shot. What other shows have I seen? Columbo's pretty good. In Columbo. Futurama is really good. YouTube shorts, yeah, they got some good moments on the YouTube shorts, but it's a really good show. On gas, it will be the equivalent of 29 point. Or the 8.0. So it looks like light oil is the most for making, well, for solid fuel. Really? I mean, you know, to be fair, it's like I didn't like him at first. In a way, I still don't. But it's like I honestly, like, if you use him, I don't. Whatever. It's one of those things. Like, I think my problem with YouTube Shorts is like, oh, I'll see a video, right? It's like, oh, I should watch that, and it's like a short, and it's great. So you scroll to the next one, and like after like 3 scrolls, suddenly it's like nothing to do with what you do. It's just a bunch of stuff. I don't care about half. I'm like just skipping through half the stuff when I'm doing it. Like, it's just no good. But I mean, if you like watching stuff funny, like watching. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't use it. So probably want to use light oil. If it's spelled correctly, that'd be great. If we're gonna use light oil, I'm thinking so much. I'm doing so much thinking. Oh, what other shows have I seen? Nothing's coming to mind. No other show is coming to mind right now. I guess I've seen the first season of Musume Cinderella Grey. How's it work? Science. Exactly. It's just science, bitch. You know, I feel like I do. I've heard, it's like one of those things where I've heard the meme. Like a science bit. But I couldn't tell you the actual source of that reference. Is it from Breaking Bad? Didn't he say yay science? I thought he said yay science. Was it science, bitch? Was that when they were building the bat? I don't remember. I don't remember it. I haven't actually seen Breaking Bad, but I know what happens in it. Like, I know like all the stuff that does happen in it. Just haven't seen it. He does say yo and bitch a bunch. I know that for certain. Desi does say that a lot. If we use light, so if we have 200 to oh no, that is simple's 3.42. I need 245.5. Need 72 assemblers. Didn't I already know that? I already knew that. Didn't I already know that? Requires, well, the rocket fuel requires 72 assemblers. I'll need 72 assemblers solid fuel. Adrian, shut, you got it. That was a good stretch. Man, my legs are so like always just sore. Work, like walk and then bending my knees. It's just every time I stretch them, I really feel. I'm hydrated. Yeah, I don't tend to watch shows. Yeah, so what was I saying? My brain just blanks. So I don't tend to watch shows just because I don't really want to spend the time sitting down doing it. That's kind of the big reason. I'd rather be doing something, which is why I like playing games so much. Oh yeah, you like get them like curl them up a little bit, kind of like compressed. It's nice. My knees just do that all the time. I'm gonna need 72 assemblers making solid. If I make it into light oil. Oh, that's a lot of light oil. Holy. A lot of light oil. Gonna need how much per second? Gonna be 29 times 72. 3,088. Second for solid. Spell correctly, that'd be great. My back doesn't do that as much anymore. I liked it when it did. I remember like in school, you have like the chair, you have like a chair, and it like goes to like the middle of your back. You just gotta lean back in it, and there's like this nice crack. Yeah, I mean scavs are hunched though. If you look at them, you look at a picture of a scav. Bro's got like the heaviest hunch you've ever seen. Like, honestly, I'm looking pretty healthy compared to my friend. Compared to my associates. I'm actually probably the healthiest spot out of them. People got their, like, head lowered to, like, their stomach. It's crazy. Okay. So if I need 2088 solid fuel, that will require how many oil refineries? What, 26.5, right? I mean, I need 79 refineries. So, I don't want to make 79 refineries. We can burn off well, the math gets really complicated. Because I can burn off excess solid fuel or heavy oil into light oil or heavy oil directly into solid fuel. Would greatly reduce the amount I need to produce just from light oil. It is twice as expensive resource-wise, and we do make less. I probably burn heavy oil into light oil. Probably gonna burn heavy oil into light oil like this. That actually even gives me more than one too. Is that about double? What do you say? 59.3. Maybe 52. It's a little bit less than double. Well, so I'm going a little bit overboard, but I want to be able to make 7,200 science per minute, all the sciences, and to do that, I need to make a really complicated system here. Hopefully, all my math is correct. If I finish this and my math is wrong, and like something doesn't work, I'm gonna be so sad. But this is all in the name of my sciences. And also I gotta mix in rockets in here too. Which the rockets themselves are too. Well, I gotta know what the layout's gonna be. So that I can stick it somewhere. I'm very organized. Yeah, I'm very organized. I'm trying to be organized because like, you know, it's one of those things, right? You build in a factory, you always just expand it if I need more. Can't find your labs. See, my labs are easy to find because they're in the center. And there, boom, labs. I also got these sweet science bottles. Look at that. Oh, hey. You know, this is where we make red science. Maybe I'll move some. I'll move those over here as well, so I can have them the colored ones. It's actually a great idea. Do you even know where you smelt the iron? Now you know. That's just how it is sometimes. This is my iron foundry. I'm kind of worried that this isn't going to produce enough iron. I don't know if I have enough iron. This is where we make red and green. I don't even know where I'm going to put blue. Blue might be here or here. The other thing is the oil refinery is going to be separate. Do I make... Oh, man. Got to process down to solid fuel. So I probably have to make rocket fuel there. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to try to fit in another train somewhere. I might move this up one. And then fit a train in here, like this. And that'll be like rocket fuel. Or I guess maybe I could even... If I flip this around? I might have to move this. We'll see. What was I on? Right. Okay, reprocessing here. So I can also produce 51.3 per second per assembly. Breakdown. Breakdown. Which is much more efficient. Much more efficient. What else needs refining? This is all in the name of Yellowstone, by the way. It's so expensive, man. Uh, but 51.3 would be... If I solely did the breakdown for the oil refinery, or breakdown from heavy to light, how much would that be? Be about 41 assemblies. 1 assemblies. That would produce me enough light oil. Iron with an electric main. Mixed the head of a bath. Huge eyes. Yeah, I guess. Gotta see that. Alright, yeah, I guess I could see that. That'd be one way to describe it. A very skinny lion. Well, you know how it is. Solo. That, well, no, that produces me light oil. Hold on. Yeah. I would only need 41 of these, but this thing takes 58. And we produce very little heavy oil. Requires... How much would this require? You're not gonna run music. I mean... Maybe that's why. But maybe it's also unwanted. The problem is, you know, me and my buddies, right? Me and the scav peoples. We're tool users. And we also know how to build explosives. So, you know, this face might not be too intimidating, but a large explosive rock might be. Why am I willing to do math? Why wouldn't I be willing to do math? He's trying to say that how? Not that I would say that. Because I like math, like one of my few skills is math. I need, oh, you know what I need? What I need to do is pull up a graphing calculator and calculate where these lines meet. I got a nice big keyboard. I got my numpad over here too. Smacking in numbers. What's your keyboard say? You know, like on a laptop, or you just got a small keyboard? How much heavy oil? It would require 58 times 41. 1,378. Heavy. If I wanted to do that, 230. If I wanted 2,378. Uh, 230 per second. Heavy oil. Or light oil. I would need a minimum of 162 assemblies. 62 refineries. Which is a lot. Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, okay then. I'm in fact not on my phone. We got 160 refineries. Which is still below the amount I need for petroleum gas. That's the other thing is the petroleum gas. Hold on, let me pull up a graphing calculator. I want to see something. Really just going off. If it's free, why do I need to sign up? Open the graphing calculator. So, number of assemblies. That's actually really easy. That's oh, it's much faster. Faster. How can he just that so much faster? Oh, I hate that, man. They're like, oh, let's get your credit card information for free trial. It's totally because the trial's only 3 days and then they auto charge you. Way up there. Well, okay, so it does work the way I want it to. Look at light oil. The light oil can produce 26.5. You guys just gonna get to really enjoy me staring at my game. We're gonna do with them. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, get smeckled. Get wrecked. Pringle. Get absolutely destroyed. So if I'm already making 9, then that saves me about 10. That means I'm also producing. Yeah, this this like make the sense in my head, but it's not making sense when I actually do it. So we're not going to do that. I know you could do it that way, where like you could find, if I could figure out where I was supposed to position the line, I could find out how much where it's better crosswise. I want to minimize the number of oil refineries I need as much as possible, right? Now, right now, I've got to produce 200 for petroleum gas, but if I have excess light and heavy oil, I can turn those into petroleum gas. What is the rate of that? What's light to volume? Petroleum gas. It's the same speed. It produces 32. It just changes its cost. Finally over. Sorry, man. It's just how it is here. You know, you are subscribed to the channel. You hit that like button, hit that subscribe. You know, you will not get any ads. All I'm saying. You know, all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Something about your grandpa working in disabled people's home. Or we not continue that story. We can end that story if you want. Okay. Where the? I'm not really worrying about the water content. I don't. As long as I have enough pumps for the water. Ignore the water. I can. This water, you know, you just pump it out of the ocean. I'm not going to train it over here. That would be absolutely absurd. I do need to train oil. Don't figure that out. Let's. Yeah, 10,000 crude oil per second is a little much. They don't need that much. You can also do it at So at 43.5. Oh, cold liquefaction. What? You know, yeah, that would mess you up. I'm doing both. Doing math and I'm reading. I'm reading math. That's what I'm doing right now. Reading math. All that's happening is hopefully one day I'll be able to do stuff with this math. You're abandoning me in my math? Okay. Understandable, though. I can't blame you for that. Thank you for dropping by, though. Appreciate it, man. See you around. Maybe one day we'll play Risk of Rain together. You have a good sleep, though. I'll be on tomorrow. Same time. I gotta talk to my buddy. I might be doing Baldur's Gate 3. Not sure. If not, I might be doing Silk Song or something else. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Much of a planner. Alright. See you later. Okay. Good night. Thing can produce 32.4. Same thing. You know, where's that Desmos calculator actually? Pull that back up. I have I can figure this out. When I do, it's gonna be great. But until I do, this is gonna suck. Can I change the variables on this? Oh yeah, I can't change the step. I want to change the step of Y to like. Well, that doesn't change the vision. What is this? Hold on. Once again, guys, I apologize. You guys can't see shit. But oh, I see. That's not helpful. Not really, anyway. Okay, I'll just remove that. So this assembly produced at the cost of 43. 43.3. 6 to 145. Let out to patrol. Way less. Traffic. So, looking at my numbers here. Oil refinery. Produce 14.7 heavy oil. A is the number of assemblies I have. $26.5. 32 point. That's the rate in which it produces those. Okay, so heavy oil can be broken down to light oil. Dude, wish I was smarter, guys. 58 heavy oil to produce 51 light. Actually, hold on. This. It's the rate in which it produces. If I have one assembly, two assembly. The number of assemblies I have. See how much oil I will. Okay, yes, that's how I set my assembly then. Put that at the bottom. I should stream my brain. See what I'm looking at. I know it's really exhilarating looking at the game. You're just gonna have to bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Because it's gonna, like, the entire screen's just gonna start breaking if I Start adding all these other tabs that I'm like constantly moving around. I don't even. Why is that even open? So cannot make heavy 2. Doesn't exist. Light 2 going to be equal to light 1 plus light. Hold on, sorry. Uh, 51.3. What's that? X. All these equal extra now. Guess I can actually. Couldn't I? No, well, he blow this anyway. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's literally fine. E2 loss. You should at. Oh, it's all. It's the same. It's another 32.4. B. Okay. And then P3. Actually, no. P2 is the. Assuming we're breaking it down from L1. Assumes, right? Petroleum 2 is going to be the production of petroleum 1 plus. That's the production from light heavy plus. This should be C. That should just be C. That's what that should be. That should be C. So that's the number C. C is the plants from light to petroleum. B is the number of plants heavy to light. Okay, so let's say I've got 100 of those. What are those? And 50 of these. 50 of these. Each 0, which is going to be the total, is going to be equal to minus the costs. Hold on. Okay, no, okay, this is starting to make sense to me. Guys, work with me here, guys. It's okay. Going to be a loss. It costs how much? It costs 58 per B value. It cost me 58 B. That's the number of. So right now we're in the hole. Okay. And then I need it also for lubricant. We're gonna make you. Lubricant comes at a cost of. Lubricant is. Oh. Lubricant is 29. Times the number of lubricant. Oh. Like. The to light. Light to patch. Okay. Where are those graphs? We need a total of how. This is gonna be per second. Okay. To it's the number of assemblers. So it's okay. That's how many we would determine the assembler wise that we needed. Right. Here's the number of refineries. Makes sense. That number checks. B is the light to heavy refineries. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all come together, guys. It's all come together. Can I move all my variables to the... So, looking at it raw, make a X here. That's not visually disgusting at all. Why would I... Oh, man. Volume 0. Light oil 0 will be equal to light oil plus light 2. Actually, light 2 is already light 1 plus. I guess we just make light 2 53 point. Makes more sense. Minus light 3. And light 3 to the caustic goes into heavy oil. Which is what? Or rather, petroleum gas. So we lose 43.5. Times the number of volume to light. Hey. So many variables I don't need. Let's go. Okay, so that's this group right here. I'm gonna remove this variable. Just treating them as extra. I'm perfectly fine with this. I know I cannot produce any additional heavy oil. Right? The heavy oil can only be produced via the total number of heavy oil I need is equivalent to heavy oil I produce, which is H1, minus the cost produced from H2. H2 is going to be equal to the amount lost from turning heavy into light, which is 58. 58 times the number of assemblers that do that. minus the number spent H3, or H3 is equal to the cost for lubricant. Which is 29. U. And we know we only need 10 assemblers for U already. I guess hold on a second. That's below my game, huh? Yeah, this is what I'm looking at right now. Okay, nice. Okay, so this right here, these top three, is my production refineries. That's how much those produce. L2 is the amount I produce from producing heavy oil. I'll write these down. One is refinery production. 2 is, I gotta do these by letter as well. H1 refinery. H2 is light or heavy to light. No, what's H2? H2 is cost spent heavy to light. H3 is spent heavy to lube. Okay. So this is my final function. H0 being the total. Excess heavy. Say excess. Okay, we got that. Great. Get rid of these for a second, just so I can more clarity here. I'm actually gonna move this down here. We have these in order. This is my heavy production rate. Next we have light. There's light 1. Light 2 is the amount gained from heavy to light, which is 51.3 per second. B being the number of those we produce. Right now we have set to 50. Whatever this people. Yeah, keep bitching. What do those add? Like that. I want to look at them. No. The zeros are going to be the most important ones. L2 though is that, and then L3 be equal to light oil spent on rocket fuel, I guess. At least 9 assemblies. I guess we'll make that R. What's the consumption rate of a... I need a total of 64.8. It's 0.9 per assembly. 0.9 times R. Add variable R. Because I can't use R. Use O. Variable O. O being rockets, fuel. Something like that, right? That's the amount consumed on rocket. So that's the number I need of O. And then L4 is the amount spent on solid fuel, which is 29. 29 per assembly. For assembly for solid fuel. Do solid 1. Is solid light. And then S2 is solid perpetual. Actually, this should be S2 and this should be S3. S1 solid from head. In which case I need to change this to include S1. And then I'll put that up here where S1 is equal to E8 for assembler. What do I label? The amount of solid fuel produced. That's the amount of solid fuel produced, isn't it? Yeah, that's heavy, heavy, heavy. I don't want S1 here, do I? I want H4, which is heavy loss from consuming S1. 58 times S1. Right? Right? This needs to equal 0. Number of assemblies for these things. Number H4 is spent heavy to solid. And solid 1 is the number of assemblies I've chosen to produce light or produce solid fuel. We'll add solid fuel down here. So solid 0. Well, solid 1, solid. That's the number of assemblers. How much? Same amount from all of them, right? Yeah. 2.2. Equal the amount of solid fuel. Like total 200 per second. Can I say equals equals? Can I say greater than? No. Unless I just change this greater than or 5.52. Two. I have enough rocket fuel. It doesn't matter. This is I don't know why I made this so complicated. Holy, but this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing. Okay, back to that. So that's the amount of H1 is the amount produced there. That's the amount produced. That's consumed. H4 spent. Okay. Now we're going to L. So L1 is equal to refinery production. L2 is amount produced heavy to light. 51. Yeah, per B assembler. L3 is going to be spent light to petroleum, I think. No, I made L3 times O. O being rocket fuel, so it's spent light to rocket. You could probably combine all these into one giant. I just had all the variables and I'd be able to solve it that way, but I don't. I'm not that smart. What's the number of rocket fuel productions? I needed. Or is that? Hold on, no. 0.9 per assembly, yeah. I need 72 some. So I already actually know O is 72. L4 is 29. What is 20? That light to solid, that's light to solid. L4 is equal to spent light to solid. And then L5 will be spent light to and then L0 is excess. So let's see, what do we got? We got L4 already. I need L5. L5 is what? Light to petroleum, so it's going to be... How much do I spend? It produces at the same rate, so it's 32. Per C. EV light to petroleum. L0. The production produced by L1 plus L2 minus L3 minus L4 minus L4. It's currently very negative. Where does that sit on the graph here? So right now we're down 1,600 light oil. Great. Okay. Move on to P. Petroleum. P1 equal to... why can't I spell? P2 is going to be reduced light to petroleum. P2 assume it's the same, it's 32.4. This is per light to petroleum, which is C. Okay, that's C. Where do I spend petrol? I could spend it on solid fuel. Oh, did I? Hold on. Do I have... This should be S2. Yeah. E3 is going to be spent... I don't know why I keep doing that. Put free instead of per. Petroleum. Still spelled wrong. It's after that. I'm losing it. It's only been 2 hours and I'm losing it, guys. So P3 going to be equal to it's the same as heavy, 58 S3. P4 what else do I use this direct? plastics. Oh man. So P4 is spent petroleum to A. Thing for plastics. Guess that's gonna be T. I guess variable T is plastic. Number of plastic production. Oh, T. What are we? Number key. Pound key. Octothrope, as it were. Number. So we know the number of assemblers I need for plastic. You're going to use 96. I already have the value of T. That's going to build P4. P4 is going to be equal to petroleum. Uh, 65 petroleum. 65 times T. Okay, P0 is equal to P1 plus P2 minus P3 minus P4. What has this taught us? I gotta check on this. Obviously way overkill. Because this never feeds back. This is true or false. As far as I can tell, at least. Oh, this is going to be X. I guess it would just be a straight line, wouldn't it? Oh, I guess actually what I would do is minus 345. What is this for? Plastic? No, solid fuel? Solid fuel. I have two. This is my problem. How do I indicate this to be more variable efficient? I need this to be as close as to 0. But how much is, like, I guess this doesn't tell me how much is a good amount to be producing. I know how much I have of U. That's fixed, same as O, same as T. Values are fixed. Guess I can see, I can input exactly how much I need to produce. This is just guesswork though. That's the problem. Like this variable system, right? Just looking at solid fuel. How do I tell this to be It's going so smoothly and now it's not going at all. Let's okay, let's sell these to 0 real quick. Right now we're not producing any solid fuel. Okay. Assuming we have 100 just to the refineries. I'm making 1,180 excess of this. Make an excess of 2,582 of that. I am losing 3,000 for petrol. Okay. I need to include the. And then I need to get these to 0, right? Where it's like the required consumption value. Which is kind of actually, so that's what this is. H3 is the required consumption value. So this one's already good. Because it includes the consumption value. L3 just spent on rock fuel is the consumption value of that. Hey Nathaniel, how's it going? The required spent on light and solid. Those are the required consumption values of those. No, so I do have the required consumption values. You ever use Desmos, Nathaniel? Help me out here. P0 needs to be higher. It doesn't tell me, it doesn't check how much I need to produce though, right? So I'm shooting for a total. This cover. because this number here is the rocket consumption, right? I will need to produce. I need more petroleum because I'm spending too much on plastic still. Is that the only thing I need to petrol? Yes. What, Desmos? No, Desmos is just a graphing calculator. I'm just trying to use it to do math. The goal, okay, in my head, the goal here was to build a system in which I could determine the best balance of heavy to light, light to petroleum, and refineries, such that I don't have to build 200 oil refineries. So I'm trying to do the math here. Like looking at this, right? So right now, okay, we got 100 refineries, 10 assemblies making lubricant, 72 making rocket fuel, and 96, what is that? T? Making plastic. This is a good one. You know, Desmos has been so useful. I used to have a graphing one in high school and college, like a personal one. But Desmos has always been super nice. It's always been free. It works really well. People make art in this program, actually. It's some pretty crazy stuff you can make in Desmos. Very useful. Very useful. Well, yeah, if you need to use one, Desmos is probably the one you want to use. Okay, so right now we don't have enough petroleum, right? That's our problem. We don't have enough petroleum. So we have way too much heavy fuel. Well, let's turn some of that heavy fuel into light oil. Or I could turn it, do I turn it direct? I think I turn it into light oil. Let's do 50. What does that do to my Okay, so now we consume way too much heavy oil. Let's not do 50. Let's do 20. Okay, so now we're pretty much net zero. That means I'm going to produce way more light oil. We need to turn that light oil into petroleum. Which is C. Let's do 50 of those. We still have plenty left. Do more of these. Do 80. Let's do 100. Okay, so now we're net positive on petroleum. How am I doing light oil? My light oil is also still positive. So we got to start turning this stuff into solid fuel now. So I'm not going to produce any from this. Let's do... How much is S1? Or S2 rather? It's 29 per 5. I need to move some of these, I think. I think I need to move this to the bottom. I can actually see what I'm producing. Oh, no. So now I can directly see how much I'm producing of these things. This needs to be 0. Java! Ooh! Who even uses Java? Yeah. Too much. Well, if I do like... Go 20 of each of these. Let's increase the number of refineries I have to 120. can burn off some more heavy oil to light oil. And we need more. We need way more. Petroleum's the big problem here. I think what we need to do, go like 150. Too much, too much. Not gonna be a whole lot of heavy to medium, surprisingly. Let me move these up higher. A C. This is on below them. Okay. So we're using too much heavy now. 33. It's ever so slightly produce more. Oh, fuck. It's gonna be like, let's go 40. We go like 40 both, right? We are producing excess solid fuel. I know that. Okay. And we're net positive on these. $140 of that. This was like not a good way to do this. I want to point that out. This is probably not a good way to do this. But getting somewhere. We make too much light oil and too much petroleum. So I need to get rid of those somehow. I could make a little bit more. Could cut. I could make more solid fuel out of this. Oh, let's go 50 here. And then drop this down to like 20. A little bit too low. Let's go 22. And then turn less of my light into petroleum. Create, drop this down to 28. Now we're optimizing, guys. Oh, 130. Let's do 130 here. 26. Not enough petroleum anymore. That's okay, because we can up the number here. Way too much. Wait, no, hold on. This number needs to go up. 27 of those, and 53 of these. That's just enough. That's you know, that's pretty balanced, all things considered. Very little excess. And it produces everything I want it to. Now, I should probably actually make excess of stuff, though. In case I need it for other things. What else do I... Okay, what do I need heavy oil for? Heavy oil is used in solid fuel lubricant. I can get more heavy oil out of coal liquefaction. Should I be including that in my plan? I mean, maybe. I feel like, yeah, probably. I know there's like the Factorio calculator. Probably does the exact same thing, but better than what I'm trying to do right now. I didn't even consider coal liquefaction. It would require steam, though. I would have to boil. I just need water, though. I literally, wait, hold on. You just produce. Huh? Hold a second. Wait just a fucking minute. I guess this is hot. Let's head up. That's heated up by this, isn't it? Do you not need... Well, I guess these have to connect to heat exchangers, don't they? I'll hold on. Wait, just a one. Oh no, it turns steam into water. No, I was about to fucking say that doesn't make any fucking... That doesn't make any fucking sense. Sorry, we're back. We're refocused, guys. Question is, how much excess would I want? I want to point out that's per second. That's 55 per second extra. Use coal liquefaction to make more... You can just produce heavy oil? With calcite and sulfuric acid? Ah? Granted, sulfur requires petroleum, but... I guess it doesn't have to produce petroleum, because you can make it out of bioflux. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. How's it going, Zoro? You know, fun fact, I've actually still got Java installed. Every time I launch my computer, it tells me to uninstall it, and I say no, and then it opens up a browser to uninstall it. I don't know why Windows is so insistent on uninstalling a system they don't even use anymore. They really want you to get rid of it. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Where's my... Oh, wait a second. I gotta produce sulfur out of petroleum gas. Oh, shit. I don't even have sulfur on here. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I need sulfur as well. Oh, no. Because I need sulfur for blue science. I never added it on here. Okay. Oh, man. Consumes 0.21 per second. It only produces 0.52. Oh, man. Fuck me, man. See, there's so much stuff I'm missing from my equation. This isn't good. This isn't good, guys. I jumped to this too early. Jumped to this too early. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. Fucking... Gotta really think about this now. I might clear this and reset this. Uh, uh, uh. We're all suffering out here. We're all really suffering out here, Nathaniel. Let me tell you. Okay. 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 So I miscalculated. I also need more petroleum. Because I need petroleum to sulfur. Spent... There's like so much stuff I feel like I missed here. Wrote all this shit down somewhere. At least I did for the... That was the number of red circuits I needed. We gotta reset this. Gotta reset this, guys. Okay. I'll keep... Let's get rid of all of it. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to spend these resources on directly? Checking game real quick. Okay, so heavy oil. It's only going to be used in lubricant and heavy oil cracking. Unnamed vehicle classes and clubs. Ooh. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I remember my college had like basically like a formula team where they would have to assemble a new car every year. Race. Which is pretty fucking sick. That's pretty crazy. Plasma. Ugh. First, if I laid upon myself here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I probably should have done more clubs, or really any clubs. But I didn't, because I'm lazy. Okay, so let's, okay. Okay. I might, you know what? Delete all these. Just delete everything. Okay. Yellow science. Right? Yellow science is two processing. One flying robot frame. And 3. Okay. Everybody on board so far? Everybody understand what we're doing? Everybody understands what's happening? Blue science, which is our other oil-based one. What I can afford. No, you gotta know the youngins. You gotta. It's gonna be 1x sulfur, 3x, and 2. I did do like robotics and stuff in high school. I gotta spell sulfur correct. You guys can't see my other notes. Like you're looking now at a what? Just Desmos. I got another program open that I'm using to take other notes. So I can keep track of what produces what and where. Graph. Hey, I was like, man, now the factory's falling apart, bro. Doing so much math right now. I've been doing math for the past 2.5 hours. No problem. Well, okay, it's not falling apart. It's just not doing anything. Let me hold on. Let me hide this for a second. This is the factory. You know it, you love it. You know, we make red science, we make green science. This is where we make green circuits. We make red circuits, or we will make red circuits over here. Once I make plastic. Right now we're figuring out my oil refinery system, okay? Also, this is where we make metal. Copper. Gotta make it in mass, you know how it is. All my trains. But we're working on oil, right? And I'm doing the math. And I was sitting there, it's like, hey, if I don't like break down the heavy oil and the light oil back into petroleum, I've got to have 200 of these oil refineries. That's a lot of oil refineries I don't want to have. So I have been trying to do the math behind it, and I was doing really good until I realized that I forgot sulfur. Yeah, so the overall goal, right? The overall goal is to produce 7,200 of each science per minute. That's the goal. That's our final 7,200 per minute. Because I can process 120 science per second on a belt if it's half the belt. Oh yeah, this is our science place. This is where we do science. It's not doing any science though because I don't make half my sciences. We don't make blue or purple or yellow or black. So I'm technically doing both blue and purple right now because I need oil for both of them. And oh man, like it's bad. Like I would need to process. Okay. I would need, assuming like I just had this, right? I had my oil refineries. I would be processing 10,000 oil per second. If I had 200. Which is a lot of oil per second. Like I would need a lot of oil trains per second. That's 10,000 oil per second. So we're trying to cut that down. And to do so, I've been doing a lot of stuff. Pulling back on my graph. You guys can't see my other program. I guess I could try to set this up real quick. See if I can't add source, pick, window capture. Okay, capture. There we go. Okay. We got obsidian. That right there. Perfect. Gotta lower this now. My applications folder. There we go. So this is obsidian. We're gonna break down what I need and where I need it, and then we'll start crunching the numbers here. So yeah, yellow science. Also, this produces how much? This produces what, two yellow science? I get three yellow and 2 blue. So this will produce 3 yellow science per, and this thing produces 2 blue. Yeah, dude, you should have seen it before I deleted all my notes. Probably like 10 minutes ago, I probably had like 30 notes here. And I was like trying to cross-reference the cost and like how much I had to produce per item. Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad. Okay, so if I want to produce... Second. I need to consume... 0.48 per second. I'm going to be consuming 0.24 per second. And then this is going to be what, 0.6 something, 0.7 something, 0.73 per second. Yeah, actually, for when I did the other sciences, like when I was trying to figure out how many red circuits I would need, I actually wrote it all down. I need 33,000 red circuits per minute. We're going to produce about 50,000 is the goal. You know. I don't even fucking know what I'm going to do about blue. We're not even at blue yet. And then the sulfur. Nah, you know, it's just gonna get worse from here. I don't, dude. When I go to Gleba, and I gotta produce 7,200 science in Gleba, it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna be like cutting down so many trees. I'm gonna probably add trains because right now, you know, Gleba, right? Let me hide this real quick. If we go to Gleba here, right? So Gleba's all robots. And they harvest off of like 2 locations, basically. That's where they harvest from. Stable as always, though. You can see. It's been stable for the past like 200 hours. Stable as always, but this thing only produces me like 700. I need like 10 times this. I needed 10 times the production here. It's not good, man. It's not good. Pollution looks great, though. You can see the pollution zone's very under control. Very small. I got my spiders out here. Got the boys. We got lots of spiders here. They're watching the eggs. Yeah, so with Space Age, you work towards building these rocket silos, and then you can launch yourself into space. You build ships. So like, for example, we got the spheroid here. And you can board your ship and then fly to another planet. One of these other planets. And then once you're there, you can land, and then there's like a whole nother tech tree you get to basically unlock from going to these planets. Like, here you have like, you get foundries and like the bigger drills. You get these really big drills. Having access to these really big drills. I gotta go back. Vulcanus is falling apart. Vulcanus is falling apart right now. Oh god. But yeah, it's a volcano, so you know, lava. We got Gleba, where you learn how to make spiders. You learn how to make them because of these guys. I think it's pretty self-explanatory how you figured out how to make spiders. And then each planet has its own science as well. Like the science here decays over time. You can see on here, like it's got this yellow bar. It's got a freshness rating. And when it spoils, it just turns into like goop when it goes bad. And the amount of science you get from the bottle depends on the freshness of the item. Vulcanus has the red science, like a volcano science. Vulcanus is all about like upping production. Gleba is about freshness. It's got some pretty stuff. It's got stack inserters, which allow you to carry stacks of items. So I think each of my stack inserters now can move up to 16 items at once. And then when it places them on a belt, it will place them... where's a belt? It'll place them 4 high. You can see they're kind of stacked on top of each other. Yeah, Gleba's got some pretty useful tech. It's also got a lot of interesting stuff. Like it's got these biochambers, which you need to like give nutrients as power. So it consumes nutrients as fuel source instead of power. And then you produce a bunch of stuff out of it. Then you got Fulgora, the lightning planet. It's got this thing called recycling. You got these recyclers. And that turns into a bunch of different items. As you can see, we have a little bit of storage here for my stuff. Yeah, it like, you know, it's the same thing with like Rain World when Downpour came out. And it's like, oh my god, it like tripled the size of the game. Space Age like triples the size of the game. No, you gotta go straight to Space Age. Ignore the base gate. Just go straight to Space Age. But we got the lightning planet here. They make a lot of weird shit. I was trying something, didn't work very well. So we're going to have to come back and scrap everything here at some point anyway. I'm probably going to just vaporize all of my storage. Because I really don't need all this. Then we got Aquilo. I haven't actually been to Aquilo yet, but it's cold. Well, neither do I. So, welcome to the party. I'll be honest. Have you seen what's going on here? Do you think I know what the fuck I'm doing? I'm fucking for some reason trying to produce 7,200 science per minute. Like I fucking know what I'm doing. Nathaniel, we can team together. I could help you. We could go to your game. I could help you make stuff. A grand old time. I can make fun of you from the background. You'll fly by the bands. Yeah. But now I say that now I'm doing this. Now we're doing this. 0.2. I think that's 6.3 and then 2.4. Yeah. 0.63 per second. 4.2. This is at a capacity of 0.52. Oh. Okay. So if I want to make, it's gonna be 120 per second. Let's pull up the calculator. You guys can't. Should I like get my calculator up here too and just keep covering the screen with more things? I'm not using the Desmos calculator as my calculator. I'm just using a regular calculator. So if I want to produce 120 per second. It's gonna be 231 assemblers. I want to produce 120 per second. For 120 per second, I need blue. We need 231 assemblers, making I don't know why I spell assemblers without the E. Oh, weird. Which is going to mean 231. We need 49. Actually, do I consume 0.21 sulfur per second. I can produce 6.84 per machine. I need So I need to be able to produce 49 per second. I will need well, okay, that's not technically true. I need to be able to produce 48.51 per second. Just over 7. Probably making 8 machines making sulfur. Needs 48.51 sulfur second. Good spell. You guys get to watch me not be able. My mic's in the way. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, guys. It's not my fault. Mic's in the way. Let's do it this way. Okay, that's 231 times 0.63, which is 145.53 advanced. I should do these in bracket. Look at it, I'm not stupid. So times 0.42 is 97.02 per second in units. Okay. So now I know how much I need to produce from those things. If I was really good, I would just break this down resource by resource. And everyone's eating popcorn. Everyone gets to watch me stand here and screen for the next hours. All I'm doing. My popcorn actually does something. Okay, let's look at yellow science. Actually, we'll get back to yellow science here. Should I do these at the same time? Let's do these at the same time. 420. I need... This is 0.9. 0.9 times 100 cents? No, that's wrong. Divided by 0.9, which is 134 assemblers. That's so weird. I don't know why I do that. I type assemblers with the second E. So at 100. It's gonna cost me 68.6 per second of processing. It's gonna be four. 32. Times 0.2 per second of flying robot frames. .82 per second of low density stroke. Okay. Based off my current oil setup here, as it is depicted here, a new note, what do we call it? Refinery. Oil refinery and can produce 7 per second of heavy oil. 6.5 per second of light oil. And a whopping 32.4 per second of petroleum. Okay. It will consume a whopping 25 water per second. Water and 50 second of. I'm not gonna bother constructing a thing for water because it's pump it. If I need more pumps, I can. Not a problem. Not a problem, man. Right, guys? Not a problem. Not a problem. I know what you're all thinking, and you're right. It's not a problem. Okay. Now that we know that, what if I made it more energy efficient though? Makes it worse, right? It does. Yeah. I could add another speed module, I guess. You know, like that. That actually would cover both of them. Not that much better though. We go up to 6 instead of 4. I'll just save. I'll just save the beacons. Okay, so our grid. We're gonna start connecting stuff. Okay, so let's start with yellow science. I forgot about the sulfur. So I don't actually have to worry about this. But when I get to plastic, which I also need plastic for. Is it low density also needs plastic? What else needs plastic? Yeah, low density structure also needs plastic. These two things that need plastic. I'm pretty sure I actually produce enough from this. I think this does produce enough from it. If I recall. Go down the list. Okay, let's look at sulfur. So this is going to be the sulfur setup. Like the same setup I have for everything else. So my sulfur setup produces 6.84 per second sulfur. It costs 87.0 water per second. .0 per second of petroleum. I know how much sulfur I need to get there. Or blue. What else needs sulfur, actually, real quick? It's sulfuric acid. I guess I could also make... I might make cliff explosives, or explosives. I might need it, though. Probably want to make lots of... I want to probably make extra sulfur, right? Sulfuric acid. What do I use sulfuric acid in? Batteries. I actually need batteries for another science. Don't I? Yeah, because I need it for a little... Oh. Okay, we're just going to have to resource by resource break down. We're just going to have to resource by resource break this down, I think. And then once we see the bottom, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just use the fucking calculator. Okay. Problem is I don't actually know how to use this. I'm making blue. I want to make 720 items per minute. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't even know how to use this program. All right, back to what I was doing. Someone taught me that probably good. What the fuck am I looking at? Blue. Let's specify. Blue science. Requires sulfur. Sulfur, which is at a rate of 6.8. 28.51 divided by. It's gonna be 8. It's just ever so slightly above 7. We're gonna go with 8. 8 assemblers. 8 assemblers for that. Let's actually use the correct names. That's correct. This is like a home base one for all. I guess I could check. I could state how much everything produces. Implant. Sulfur at a rate of 22 per second. So I can double check how much stuff makes as I go here. That's from the chemical plant. Actually, I should do it like that. I'm just gonna say how much it produces. Since it's the construction of it. As long as I'm consistent and it makes sense to me, not overly. You're sulfur at that rate, okay. I know that. I'll get back to this. Oh, BRB, guys. Let me take a quick break. Be back.